Opened in 2001 and currently hosts NASCAR Racing's opening event of the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. It's round one of the 2017 Lazy Days Cup Series playoffs from Chicagoland Speedway, live on PBR Broadcasting. Welcome and thank you for joining us here tonight at Chicagoland Speedway for the CS Hobbies 145. I'm Stephen Parks and I'll be bringing you all the action live here tonight on PBR Broadcasting. Let's take a look at tonight's track. Chicagoland is a 1.5 mile track. All the corners will be banked at 18 degrees of banking, with the back stretch set at 5 degrees and the front stretch at 11 degrees of banking. Tonight's race will be roughly 218 miles, equating for 145 laps. We are in the closing moments of practice here tonight. This is the first round of the chase. When we get into qualifying, we'll take a look at those drivers who are in the chase. You'll see a bunch of drivers tonight with lime green numbers, Monster Energy green numbers. Those are your chase drivers. 16 of them locked in here tonight as they begin the chase. 22 drivers on hand for this race tonight, so a majority of the chase drivers will be making up the field, but there's definitely some drivers looking to make an upset here tonight. I know Dash McLaughlin getting his third start in the Cup Series here tonight, looking to possibly break through. So this is one of those tough tracks. Talking to him earlier, said this is one of those tracks that he's not quite sure he's gotten down quite yet. He is primarily a truck series driver. He's ran in the Xfinity series here at SoMO. Says it is a completely different monster when he gets in the Cup cars. So it'll be interesting to see how the 21 gets things done. Right there, the number 8, that is Seth Hatcher, the regular season champion. He's ready to rock here tonight. The 77 of Chris Samard, also another one of those chase drivers looking to break through. Right now, one of the drivers from last week said that he wants to try to make an upset in the chase. Travis Wall not able to get in as he didn't have enough races under his belt this year, but it'll be interesting to see if the 44 can upset the field and possibly make his way in. 9 of Keith Matter currently leads the field based on points right now. He had the most wins this season with 5 wins under his belt. They are giving the bonus points into the chase, so right now Keith Mayato is your leader going into this chase. And as we start to wrap up practice, let's go ahead and step away for tonight's national anthem.
Say, words in motorsports. Gentlemen, start your engines!
As we are in qualifying now, we're going to have an open qualifying, so you can see how many guys can get those laps in without the wrecks. You see the 18 of Joe Mitchell, who struggled here lately, getting his laps in and being able to survive. But while we are in qualifying, let's go ahead and take a look at who's locked into this chase here tonight. These are your 2017 SoMO Chase qualifiers. They are Keith Mayato, Seth Hatchell, Adam Baker, Joe Mitchell, Shane Papala, Stephen Burnett, David Howard Jr., Chris Samard, Kurt Davidson, David Gainforth, Lupe Gonzalez, Justin Kern, Lynn McNeese, Aaron Riley, Bob Skinner, and Paul Zoda. And once again, you'll see all those chase drivers out here tonight with the lime green numbers. And right now, those drivers are red in order of how they sit in the chase grid based on playoff points going into the chase. And right now, the regular season champion, Seth Hatchell, sitting up front. Right along with Justin Kern, who did get a second place finish this year, almost played spoiler, locking his way in when he wasn't even in that top 16. He will be in the chase to start. Here we'll see how long he can last, as definitely those guys who do not have wins are going to have to battle that out early on to try to get into the round of 12. Two minutes left of qualifying here. And we have two NB Motorsports cars up front. That is the 8 of Seth Hatchell, and Travis Wall is just going to break that right there, as Travis Wall, once again, trying to play upset tonight. Double check the field. I think we might be missing a couple drivers from the chase. Has the most wins this season. We're on him right now as we're about to say that. Seth Hatchell is here. Adam Baker is in attendance. Joe Mitchell as well. Shane Papala, Stephen Burnett, we saw him earlier. David Howard Jr. is on the track. Chris Samard, Kurt Davidson is out there. David Gainforth out there right now. He is showing in 16th. Lupe Gonzalez not taking a time. Justin Kern's out there. Lynn McNeese out there. Aaron Riley right now is in 5th. Bob Skinner. Do we see Bob Skinner? We do not have Bob Skinner on the track, so he is the only driver of the 16 of the chase drivers in right now. So Bob Skinner is going to miss tonight's race. Going to make next week that much harder. 82 Bob Skinner to make it into the round 12. Joe Mitchell did take over the pole. They are about to round out qualifying here. There's the checkered flag. So these will be the laps to come in. Joe Mitchell actually ran that much faster, but he ran just enough to start up front. Kurt Davidson, we're seeing right now, he won the truck race here. We'll have to look for him tonight. And we'll start heading to the grid as they start gridding up. Let's take a look at tonight's pole sitter. It is Joe Mitchell for MB Motorsports. He is a chase driver looking to make his way into the round of 12. Travis Wall of MaxRev Motorsports will start second. Seth Hatchell of MB Motorsports, the regular season champion, will start 13th. Stephen Burnett of MaxRev Motorsports will start 14th. Keith Mayato of GAC Racing will start 5th tonight, and Aaron Riley of SoMO Racing will start 6th. Adam Baker of MB Motorsports will start 7th tonight, and Kurt Davidson of SoMO Racing in 8th. Chris Samard of GAC Racing in 9th tonight. Shane Papala will start 10th for MB Motorsports. Brian Neff for Can-Am Racing will start 11th tonight, and Jim Locking will join him, starting 12th for GAC Racing. Joe Owen in the number 3 will start 13th for Fury Motorsports, and Dash McLaughlin for MB Motorsports will start 14th. Justin Kern for MaxRev Motorsports will start 15th, and David Gainforth of GAC Racing will start 16th. Lynn McNeese of GAC Racing will start 17th, and Jeff Lochner of SoMO Racing will start 18th. Lupe Gonzalez of 575 Motorsports, last year's Chase champion, will start 19th. David Howard Jr. of Diamond State Racing will start 20th. Paul Cohen of GAC Racing will start 21st, and Paul Zoda of SoMO Racing will start 22nd. Battle round out the field here tonight. Go to the leader for the start. And it will be Joe Mitchell riding around to get this race underway. Pace car has dipped off. And the green flag is out. 145 laps of chase action at Chicagoland. And really early on, Joe Mitchell's going to get a great jump on the field. We'll see how that outside lane works here tonight. It's all earlier than a lot of official racing. At the starts, those outside lanes working. It's not going to work for Travis Wall as Joe Mitchell's about to clear him. He will not quite clear him now. He will go into 3 and 4. But Joe Mitchell will lead our first lap here tonight. Travis Wall in second. Stephen Burnett moves up into 3rd. Gotten around Seth Hatchell. It doesn't look like he's cleared him quite yet. He's dropping off a couple positions. So has the 41 of Kurt Davidson. Davidson right now has got Shane Papala on the outside line. We're going to see a lot of drivers use that apron. Can they hold it coming off the corner late in the run? Go up to Shane Papala, and he's got the battle with Chris Samard. 77 Chris Samard on the outside. Those guys are both chase drivers. They're almost going to go door to door on the backstretch. They will go to 3, and Shane should clear the 77 easily. Yes, Chris Samard will drop back, and now he'll be battling with the 41 of Kurt Davidson. Kurt Davidson, we've seen him a couple times now, dip down to that bottom line and make it on the front stretch. So now they're on the back stretch. We'll go up front though. We've got a battle unfolding for the lead as Travis Wall has put that car right on the back bumper of the 18 of Joe Mitchell. No problem up front. Joe Mitchell able to contain the 44 for the moment. Biggest mover so far here tonight. That is the 53 of Lupe Gonzalez, last year's season champion. 15th, getting +4. Joe Mitchell trying to work his way back through the field after losing 4 spots here early on in tonight's race. look at where the chase drivers sit at the moment. First one on the field, that'd be Joe Mitchell, currently running in first. Stephen Burnett in third. Seth Hatchell in fourth. Keith Maotto fifth. Adam Baker in sixth. Aaron Riley seventh. Shane Papala eighth. Kurt Davidson ninth. We gotta go all the way back to 12th for the 77 Chris Simard. And we go to Justin Kerner 14th. Lupe Gonzalez in 15th. Lynn Neeson 16th. David Gainforth 18th. David Howard Jr. 19th. So it's 20th. Field for chase drivers. We're going to keep an eye on that as this race goes on. Dash McLaughlin, who had said he was going to struggle out here, into 11th, with him +3 for the race here so far tonight. Going to hit the wall there for a moment. Paul Buzz Cohen seems to have taken the car down pit road. He doesn't have a front end on that car, so it looks like his night will be over. The 24 of Jeff Glockner with a ton of damage on the back end of his car. Not sure what happened to him. The one of David Gainforth starting to fall back is David Howard Jr. is going to get around him. Paul Zota goes to pass the 101 of David Gainforth, and he kind of drove him down the track there for a moment. Paul Zota will get around the 101 as well, so now Paul Zota +4. Lupe Gonzalez still leads the charge at +5. Up in 16th as he's battling with trying to get around Jim Locking at the moment. Now he gets to the inside line on the 91. Watching Lupe Gonzalez here, last year's season champion, trying to get around the 91 of Jim Locking. This time around does belong to Adam Baker with a 30.391. We're already seeing the fall off happen as Travis Wall has the fastest time of 29.656. Only 12 laps into this, and we've almost dropped a second on most of the field. Matter of fact, Travis Wall's last lap was a 35.44, so he's almost a second slower. 12 laps into the race, now 13 laps. Take a look back at the field. Travis Wall is going to take the lead and flip to it just as it was happening. 44 is going to pass the 18, and he wants that upset race here tonight. Been a driver from locking the way into the round of 12. That is a pretty cool hood design by the 44. In remembrance of 9/11, you see the two lights from the Twin Towers. A great scheme put on by the 44, driving that Piggly Wiggly. And the 18 up against the wall, no damage there, didn't scrape the wall. As we're still seeing drivers behind him, but all the way down to the apron. And the 91 still pushing that 53 car as he will now get the clear on the 91 of Jim Locking. that puts Lupe Gonzalez up into, they're going to pass in the top 5. Adam Baker actually going to battle right now with teammate Seth Hatchell. He's going to get around 8 for the moment. Taking a look back through the field, let's see once again at those chase drivers. Joe Mitchell still up front, leading this race. We did see him fall back to second for a moment. Stephen Burnett in third, Adam Baker fourth, Seth Hatchell fifth, Keith Mayato in sixth, Shane Papala seventh, Aaron Riley up to eighth. He's trying to get back through and gain some more positions back. Kurt Davidson's in ninth. Chris Samard up to 11th, Lupe Gonzalez 13th, Justin Kern in 14th, Lynn McNeese in 16th, David Howard Jr. in 17th, Paul Zota in 18th, fighting with the 3 of Joe Owen. 101 of David Danforth is in 20th. Go back and watch this side-by-side battle as Joe Owen tore up, still trying to keep that car rolling. That battle is going to clear up. Look to see what our next battle is. As looks like it should be Chris Samard and Lupe Gonzalez as they're starting to bunch up here. Lupe is 0.3 behind Chris Samard. And as always, we want to remind everyone at home to hit that subscribe button because next Thursday, Lazy Days Cup Series heads back to short track racing in the Chase, New Hampshire Motor Speedway, and you can see all that action live here on PBR Broadcasting. As this is only round 1 of this Chase, next week round 2, as time will start running out for guys to try to make it into the round of 12. As Lupe Gonzalez is gonna catch and look to make the pass. It does look like he will make the pass on the 77 of Chris Samard. So Lupe Gonzalez up into 11th. Looks like Joe Owen has called it again. He has taken his car to pit road. Hasn't called it again quite yet. So we're now 24 laps. We're gonna see pit stops probably cycle around 35, maybe 34. Let's see even some takers around 30. So let's just say we're going to see pit cycle from 30 to 40 here tonight. Go back up front and watch Joe Mitchell as he is still leading this thing. Hasn't looked back. So Joe Mitchell, 24 laps led for him. No drivers have gone a lap down, as one that is looking at possibly going a lap down, that'll be Jeff Glockner in the 24. As you see, he is not far behind, or in front of Joe Mitchell at the moment, who has opened up a 1.3 second gap. We're going to have a pass for second. Travis Wall, actually, we have a full-car battle for second. Travis Wall starting to fall back. On the back bumper of the 44. The 8 of Seth Hatchell now down below Travis Wall. Things starting to get a little tight here in the pack. And you see Keith Mailata back there looking for any way he can get around Travis Wall at the moment. Meanwhile, Brian Neff moves up into 9th, Kurt Davidson back to 10th, and Keith Mailata makes a crazy move trying to get to the bottom line to get around the 44. He has had enough of sitting behind and waiting. So Keith Mailata up into 3rd. Looks like he should be clearing the 44 as we get ready to go into turn 1. Once again, he didn't. Oh, Travis Wall into the wall that time. So he will move back into 5th. Meanwhile, the 89 of Shane Papala is battling with Stephen Burnett. And 24 is down on power. Made the 89 and a 5 move out of the way before running into the back of the 24 of Jeff Glockner, who will be your only lapped car on the track. Joe Owen has called it a night, so he is taking the car behind the wall. We're down to 21 drivers on the track. Actually, only 20 driving at the moment, and 19 on the lead lap. We're still going to watch this battle right here, as now Travis Wall may be looking to come down pit road, as he let those two go by pretty quickly. It's not going to take it down pit road. 44 might be running into a tire issue. As now he's got Aaron Riley on his tail. We'll go back to the Burnett race right now with Shane Papala. Lap 34. When are we going to see the pit cycle start? As right now we are about roughly 2.5 seconds slower than the start of the race. The driver's keeping it at just 2 seconds. The fastest driver on the track at the moment, that would be David Howard Jr. with a 31.558. David quietly making his way through the track. 6 positions gained for him, up 14 spots. Now trying to make his way around the 91 of Jim Locking to move into 13th. Lupe Gonzalez moving meanwhile up into the top 10. pit road? Yes, he is. This will be your first stop of the night. Felipe Gonzalez, in the meanwhile, still in the top 10. So we're now into 36 laps on this run. It looks like Jim Locking maybe coming down pit road. No, he's not. He's just going to give up the position to this other guy, David Howard Jr. I believe that is 6th right now. Shane Papala is going to get to the inside of him going into 3 and 4. And a little bit of contact there from the 89 and the 5, but they're able to keep it going. 89 and Shane Papala looked like he might have got loose down there on that apron. Hatchell making a pass on Keith Mayato as they're side by side right now. We're about to hit 40 laps into this race. We have had a lead change. Here it was Travis Wall who led 1 lap. That is the only other person to lead a lap here tonight. Seth Hatchell and the 09 of Keith Mayato still battling it out here late in this run. And looked like Seth Hatchell might have been thinking about coming down pit road. David Howard Jr. is going to gain another spot. He's going to pass fellow Chase driver Kurt Davidson. He is now into 11th. Brian Neff gets a pass on Aaron Riley. The last driver on the lead lap, that is Paul Zoda, as he's trying to get around the 101 of David Gainford. Season the 99 SoMO garage car. As limit these lap cars going to try to make him go around, and he actually passes them pretty easily. He is on fresh tires. These guys are on 43 laps of old tires now. 42 and a half at the moment. I think some of these drivers are going to try to make this thing a 2-stop race. Nobody else is pitted. Adam Baker getting the pass on the other. And look at this, the battle is on for the lead. Joe Mitchell's time has come to an end. As right now he's got the 48 of Adam Baker behind him. He's only got 1 driver behind him right now that isn't a teammate. That is the 09 of Keith Mayato. Lupe Gonzalez passes Aaron Riley for the 9. Adam Baker gets a little bit loose there. I don't know if you noticed that his teammate, the 8 of Seth Hatchell, was on the outside. There goes Keith Maddle to the lead. We do have a caution. It was Shane Papala. Yes, it was Shane. We'll see if we can take a look to see what happened with our first caution of the night. Taking a look here. Ooh, a little bit of net code. It looked like that, or the 89 might have snapped loose. Let's see if we can take one more look right here. It looks like a little bit of contact from the 20, and not sure if that is going to end Papala's night. It doesn't look like he got going once that happened. So unfortunately, that looks like the end of Shane Papala's night and his first round in the chase. Joe Mitchell actually gets a save. Keith Mayato was making the pass on him when that caution came out. Other drivers to look for through the field. Lupe Gonzalez right now is plus 11. So is David Howard Jr. Right now it's pit stop time. We'll look to see how these drivers do on pit road. And it does look like Lynn McNeese will get the free pass. Who would be the biggest winner on pit road. Back in ninth. Looking at the rest of the pit stops. Alzona may have missed his pit stop. Not sure why it's showing that. Double check on that number. Yeah, it is showing us a 13.7 pit stop, so a little bit of a error on the overlay there. But it will be Joe Mitchell up front. We're going to step away real quick here. We'll be right back after this. And we're still under caution. This is the first caution, 49 laps into this race here tonight. 145 laps, so we have eclipsed the 100 laps to go. And Joe Mitchell has led every lap but one. And as we hit the lap 50, let's see if we can take a look. Are they going to double them up? If they double them up, yeah, they will. So we'll wait to take a look at the field. Jeff Glockner will remain one lap down. He's still got a lot of heavy damage on that car. And they'll be coming around to lap 51 of the race here tonight. Joe Mitchell looking for his 49th lap lead. Pace car is dipping off. And we're back to racing here tonight at Chicagoland. That lap led. 49 laps left for him here tonight. Actually, he's going to make his way to the top 9. He's got to make it on the outside. Luke Gonzalez up into the top 10. David, actually, he's going to move into 9th. He's got movement all around the track. David Howard Jr. up into 7th. Try to dip it down in front of the 48. He will. Right here. So he can now try to work on Adam Baker and get around him. Goes high up into the corner. He should have the run coming out there. He's going to have the 7 pin out there. Side of the 91 of Jim Lockett. Had to make a roll for the moment, pass on the 48, then move back to the 7. So 7th place leading up as now they go back to the 4th. They go 44 of Travis Moore also trying to make a run. Big Gonzalez says he's back left back to the inside. 3 wide they go. Travis Wall makes his way through that 3 wide situation. Big Gonzalez backed out of it pretty quickly. Seth Hatchell has made his way into 2nd. Steve Burnett still battling for it at 2nd place. As he will actually take it over for the moment. Burnett looking to lock his way into the game of 12. Keith Burnett gets around Aaron Riley for the 4th position. And it would be Brian Neff actually running into a little bit of issues. It's passed by the 44 and the 48. Mitchell still up front, 55 laps left for him. He's already closing in on the most laps led here tonight. Burnett in 2nd, Hatchell in 3rd, Mayato currently 4th, and Aaron Riley in 5th. If you look back, as there was a pass for the 16th position, Lynn McNeese makes the pass around, and then Indiana Paul Zoda. Big Gonzalez gets the pass. David Howard Jr. 53 is going to move back into the 10th position. These 2 guys have battled through the field to where they're at right now. We are already 11 laps into this run, coming to 12 laps. Those tires should be starting to set in. Because they're going to go side by side once again. It would be David Howard Jr. for the moment. moment. James Papala, got a copy.
Yes, sir.
Well, it definitely wasn't the way you wanted to start your chase, but kind of walk us through what happened there.
Well, we were just riding, biding our time, and got taken out by a guy who wanted to be a little more aggressive than we wanted to be.
Now, I imagine you're done for the night?
Yeah, our car killed.
All right, well, next week you guys do head back to kind of a short track, New Hampshire. You think you'll be able to maybe, obviously you'll need a little bit of help going into next week, but do you think you have what it takes to get into the round of 12?
I hope so. We're going to need some good luck now. This is going to be a really good track for us, too. And just getting taken out like that really puts a damper on things. But we'll go next week, try to fight hard.
Well, we'll definitely talk to you next week, and hopefully the car is all right, and it'll be back at the track next week.
Yeah, I hope so.
Thanks for stopping in with us, and hope to talk to you later, man.
All right, thanks, Dave.
That was Shane Papala, who has called it a night. It looks like he will finish 20th. As you see, if we can find where his teammates are. Joe Mitchell still is up front, 62 of the 63 laps led. Does have Stephen Burnett starting to work on him, though. Taking a look around at the chase drivers at the moment. We can get this adjusted for you guys, too. Joe Mitchell, of course, is your leader at the moment. He's looking to lock his way into the round of 12. Stephen Burnett in second. Seth Hatchell in third. Keith Lytle in fourth. Aaron Riley fifth. Adam Baker sixth. We go back to Kristen Martin ninth. David Howard Jr. seventh. Lupe Gonzalez in 11th. Kurt Davidson 12th. Justin Kern in 14th. Lynn McNeese in 15th. Paul Zota 16th. David Gainforth in 18th. Shane Papala is, of course, sitting on pit road. He will be done for the night. Those are your chase drivers at the moment. And right now, the top three, all chase drivers are looking to get their way into the next round. And the fastest lap that time around does belong to Keith Mayato. But your fastest lap on the track still belongs to Travis Wall. We do have a pass for second. Seth Hatchell getting around Stephen Burnett. So now 20 laps into this run. We saw these guys almost stretch these cars 50 laps. You know they're going to be trying to do it again. We should be looking around lap 100 for the next stops. Lupe Gonzalez back around the 77 of Chris Samar. Also to get a needs to go back here and watch his opponent up against the wall. Dash McLaughlin back there with the 101 of David Gainforth as well. Go go back up front though to Joe Mitchell, who looks like he is roughly 3 laps away from locking the most laps led here tonight. Burnett still trying to catch up to the 18 of Joe Mitchell, though. Taking a look through the rest of the field, actually. We are about to hit halfway. Let's take a look at where everybody sits right now. Joe Mitchell started up front, led 70 laps so far in this race here tonight. He is up front still. Seth Hatchell started third, now runs in second. Stephen Burnett, who started fourth, up into third. Keith Mato started fifth, up into fourth. Aaron Riley from sixth to fifth. Adam Baker from seventh to sixth. Ryan Neff from 11th to 8th. Make it seventh as Travis Wall from second to 8th has 1 lap led. As we're going to see a change in the lead for a moment. We'll watch this for a second as Seth Hatchell goes to the bottom line. He will make the pass on Joe Mitchell, and Joe Mitchell's going to give it up pretty easily. Is he going to fight back now? He will. Side by side they go. He's going to lead another lap. Make it 72. As he's going to need 1 more lap to lock the most laps led here tonight. And Seth Hatchell pulled off. Seth Hatchell doesn't look like he's going to have enough to break that run by the 18 of Joe Mitchell, as he's going to come around and lead his 73rd lap, so he will have the most laps led here tonight by far, as he's got over half of the laps here tonight, or half of the total laps here tonight led. But going back through the rest of the field, gonna watch see what that's going to happen here now. It will be Seth Hatchell going into turn number 3. Back to Joe Mitchell, back to Seth Hatchell. And we're going to have a caution. Who did it give it to? It is going to give it to Joe Mitchell. It looks like Chris Samard, yes, who's still going through the grass, was the caution. We'll take a look back to see what happened with our second caution of the night. Yes, and the 77 makes contact with the inside wall. Down into the grass he goes. Interesting caution from NASCAR there, as not sure why the caution was pulled. He was off the track. But that will be our second caution of the night. Chris Samard, no damage on that car other than a little bit of damage into the wall he got. Everybody down pit road. Joe Mitchell will come up first. It'll be Seth Hatchell, Stephen Burnett, it's like he's going to Aaron Riley. He's going to give it to him right now. He's following Travis Wall once again. Luke Gonzalez in 10th. Looking through the rest of the stops. It should put, yes it does put Jeff Glockner back on the lead lap. So everybody on the lead lap who's on the track. Make it 19 drivers out of the 22 still on the track here tonight. 77 laps down. It's Chris Samard now going down pit road. He decided to go around one more time before coming down to get as much of that damage fixed. And we'll step away for a quick break. So Joe Mitchell, 76 laps led here tonight, and he hasn't really looked back from the start. Looked like actually both times the caution has come out, he was getting ready to get past. Seth Hatchell was making his way around him when the last caution came out. Actually took the lead for a couple minutes or a couple seconds here and there, but didn't have enough to lead a lap. Just when he got past for a moment, caution would come out. The other driver to do that would be the 09 of Keith Mayotta, who's currently sitting back and forth. So let's take a look at where the chase drivers sit right now. Joe Mitchell still up front, 76 laps led for him. Seth Hatchell in second. Stephen Burnett third. Keith Mayotta in fourth. Aaron Riley currently in sixth. Adam Baker in seventh. David Howard Jr. eighth. Lynn McNeese, or Luke Bacon Gonzalez in ninth. Kurt Davidson in 10th, followed by Justin Kern, or excuse me, that is Justin Kern in 11th, and Kurt Davidson in 10th. I know that is right. Kurt Davidson in 10th, Justin Kern in 11th. Then we take it back to 14th for Lynn McNeese. 15th is 101 of David Gainforth. And you go back to Paul Zoda in the 99, who is currently scored as 17th. The 77 is Chris Samard in 18th. And Chamber Paul is out for the night in 20th. As they have doubled them up, we're getting ready to go back to green flag racing here as we're going to hit lap 80. There goes the pace car, and Joe Mitchell will get these guys going once again. Green flag is out. We're back to racing here. The city is not in Chicagoland. Great jump by the 18 of Joe Mitchell. The 8 of Seth Hatchell and the 5 of Stephen Burnett looking long, trying to make a pass. Now we do have another caution. I think it might have been David Gainforth. Yes, it is David Gainforth. We'll take a look back to see what happened here on this third caution of the night. We're going to take one more look at that. As that is going to take out 2 chase drivers. So Lynn McNeese and David Gainforth out for the night. You look back up front as Joe Mitchell's still leading this race. So Joe Mitchell up front still, Stephen Burnett in second, Seth Hatchell in third, Keith Mato in fourth, and rounding out your top five is Aaron Riley. 5 drivers in the chase in the top 5. Actually make it 6. 6 in the top 6 are in the chase here tonight. Separating that streak would be Jim Locking in 7th currently. And you have Justin Kern, who's actually in the chase, in 8th. It doesn't look like we'll have any takers to the pits. We do have 15 drivers on the lead lap still. Joe Mitchell up front. We're going to take a look right now actually at where the chase drivers sit. Joe Mitchell is up front, Burnett in second, Hatchell in third, Mayato in fourth. Riley is rounding out your top 5 at the moment. Howard Jr. in sixth, go back to 8th for Justin Kern. Lupe Gonzalez back in 11th, Adam Baker in 12th, Chris Samard in 13th, Paul Zoda in 14th, and Kurt Davidson, your last chase driver on the field, as he's getting ready to come down pit road now. Chase drivers who are out: David Gainforth, Lynn McNeese, Shane Papala, and Bob Skinner did not make the start of tonight's race. So there's 4 drivers who are out right now. Those are the 4 on the cutting block for the round of 12. And once again, that would be David Gainforth, Lynn McNeese, Shane Papala, and Bob Skinner. They are doubled up now. Pace car lights are out. Getting ready to go back. Green flag racing here at Chicagoland. As we've had 3 quick cautions after 48 laps of green flag racing. We ran about another 30 laps and had another caution, and then we ran about 3-4 laps before our last caution. Actually make it 7 laps before our last caution. So these guys have ran pretty well here tonight. Pace car is dipping off, and Joe Mitchell brings them to the line once again. Burnett looking for an upset. Green flag is out. We're back to racing here at Chicagoland. And it looks like the Seth Hatchell wanted to get a jump on the 18. Gives him a nice shove. The 09 up the hill looking for the outside line. He's not going to make it work. The 5 of Stephen Burnett's going to slip back into the line. The 33 of Aaron Riley on the inside of the 09 of Keith Mayato. The field once again, David Howard Jr. still in 6th. He has gained 14 positions here tonight, but Joe Mitchell has led all 84 laps of this race. Actually, excuse me, he has led all but 1 lap. That 1 lap did belong to Travis Wall, who was already out of this race, taking his car behind the wall. Justin Kern trying to get around the 91 of Jim Locking. And the 60 of Brian Neff is going to try to sneak in right behind the 2. It does look like he will. So give Justin Kern and Brian Neff position again. It's now the 91 of Jim Locking trying to get battled back on the inside line. 48 of Adam Baker looking to get around the 60s. We got a lot of chase drivers looking in the back of the field trying to get around these guys. 84, Adam Baker gets a little bit loose there in the corner, but it will be Brian Neff right now in 9th, Adam Baker in 10th. Take a look up front. Joe Mitchell is up there still. With Seth Hatchell in 2nd, Burnett in 3rd. Doing the pass back and back. And actually, Luke Gonzalez fell back for a second. He was gaining back. Dash McLaughlin giving the former champion a run for his money. Dash in only his 3rd start here in the Cup Series. Actually was gaining a lot of positions early. He told us before this race here tonight, he wasn't sure how the car was going to run. He knew it was a lot trickier than the Truck Series. He's not accustomed to the Cup car just really yet, but he is making it work for him. Putting the challenge on the previous champion. Joe Mitchell kind of extends his lead there for the moment, as we're going to spread out a little ways, but it would be right here the 2, or in 2nd place, the 8 of Seth Hatchell and Stephen Burnett still battling. Another chase driver making his way through the field. That would be Justin Kern. He's going to move up into 9th, passing the 77 of Chris Samard. And that's why he's making the pass. These guys are getting around. Drivers trying to make their way through, as 3 of those drivers are going to get around the 60 of Brian Neff, and Lupe Gonzalez still stuck behind Brian Neff. Adam Baker is leading this pack right now. Joe Mitchell now 90 laps led. There's still a battle for 2nd place, as the 8 of Seth Hatchell and the 5 of Stephen Burnett still battle it out. As it looks like they're starting to inch closer to Joe Mitchell. They do have 17 laps on these tires. I expect to see one more stop before this race is over if we remain green. One more caution. I expect these guys to try to push it to the end, even on old tires. David Howard Jr. running in 6th. He got the win back at Michigan, I do believe. And it was kind of a surprise win. A 1-car team, or a 2-car team, doesn't really always have his teammate out there. Right now he doesn't, so he is the lone car for Diamond State Racing. Kind of had the feel of a Furniture Row, getting a driver into the chase for the first time. David Howard Jr. making it work in that Butler Furniture Toyota. Do have a pass for 2nd. Burnett up into 2nd, as he's going to get around Hatchell for the moment, but it is a 1.3 second gap now of Joe Mitchell. And as this battle's going on, there's another battle back here for 10th, the 60 of Brian Neville, the 77 of Samard. Lupe Gonzalez sitting behind them, looking for any way to get around this battle. get around the 60 at the moment. It does look like Jeff Blockman is taking his time in the pits. Not sure what happened to Jeff. He is now 11 laps down, coming to be 12 laps down. He just got back on the lead lap. Not sure what has happened there. Go back up front because Seth Hatchell and Stephen Burnett are starting to catch Joe Mitchell down to 1 second. And your top 5 right now pretty much all started in the top 5 except for Aaron Riley, who started 6th. But really not a lot of movement right now in the top 5 in this battle. So Joe Mitchell now 99 laps led, coming around for lap 102. Make it an even 100 laps led for Joe Mitchell as he struggled through the season this year. Got 1 win. Actually, I think he got 2. But he struggled throughout the season to get that car under him and finish the race. Lost it a couple times while leading the races and has finally got something going for him, as he has led 100 laps in this race tonight, and he has had pretty good distance. Luck has been on his side. Can he make it work here tonight? We do have a new driver into the top 5. That is David Howard Jr. 15 positions gained tonight. He is now into 5th, passing Aaron Riley. Still have the top 6 are chase drivers. We go Jim Locking, who is not a chase driver, in 7th. Adam Baker in 8th. Try to get around as Jim Locking's got 3 chase drivers right behind him looking to get a run. Chris Samard has gone down. Looks like he is pitted for the final time here tonight. As Justin Kern trying to get around 48 of Adam Baker. Still got 3 chase drivers locked into this chase. Adam Baker trying to put the bumper to the back of the 91. Gonna get the run on the low side. Can he hold it coming off the corner? I've seen the 48 put that front bumper to the back bumper of the 91 every time coming out of the corners. As all 3 chase drivers bunched up trying to get around. We'll look back at this battle with 2 in the 53. That is Justin Kern and Lupe Gonzalez. Kern, part of the 3-car team of Maxwell Motorsports, runs with Stephen Burnett and Travis Romo. These guys have been running pretty good as of late. Justin Kern on the side that upset. And Bristol finished 2nd. And Burnett, who overcame his mistake at the 500 to win the summer Daytona race. And it does look like Adam Baker has made his way around Jim Locking now. Make the top 7 all chase drivers. Lapped cars on the track. David Gainforth still out there. So is Chris Samard. Justin Kern finally gets around Jim locking. And I'm not sure what happened to Lupe there, but he is going to get passed by both Justin Kern and Brian Neff, now trying to get around Jim locking himself. Coming off the corner, he should clear him here. And he will clear Jim locking there. So Lupe Gonzalez up into the top 10. And in the top 10, you only have one driver who is not a chase driver. That's Brian Neff at the moment. Paul Zota back in 13th. Herb Davidson 14th. David Gainford back on the track in 16th. As David Gainford 21 laps down. No front end on that car. There is a pass within the chase drivers. Justin Kern's going to get doored by the 60 there. Keep control of it. Keep going. Actually, the 60 is going to lose a lot of time. He's going to let Lupe by now. Justin Kern up in the 8th. Let's take a look at where the chase drivers sit right now. Joe Mitchell is up front still. 108 laps led. As he's got Seth Hatchell barely down on him right now. Hatchell in second, Burnett in third, Mayoto in fourth, Davidson in fifth, Aaron Riley in sixth, Adam Baker in seventh, Justin Kern in eighth, Lupe Gonzalez in ninth. We're going to go back up front. We're going to keep an eye on this battle for the moment. But it will still be Joe Mitchell in the lead. And there goes Seth Hatchell to the bottom line. He will take over the lead for the moment. And it does look like he will keep that lead going into the corner. And he keep it on corner exit though. That is where we've seen the 18 of Joe Mitchell be successful, and he won't stick it. Seth Hatchell will be your new leader here on lap 114. Late in this race, and Burnett right on the back of the 18. Take a look at this three-car battle. See how much distance separates those three cars. Burnett looking for a way to get around the 18 of Joe Mitchell. Meanwhile, the 8 of Seth Hatchell has set sail. You have a couple cars pitting. Adam Baker and Lupe Gonzalez down pit road. Seth Hatchell's going to lead the second lap now. Burnett's going to go to the bottom line once again on the 18 of Joe Mitchell. Joe Mitchell staying in second for the moment. Guess we're going to have a couple more takers down pit road, it looks like. Chris Morrow makes the pass on Adam Baker and Lupe Gonzalez for the moment. Still side-by-side battling for second and third. They're going to clear it out for the moment. Looks like Keith Mayoto, Aaron Riley down pit road along with Paul Zota. are starting to see green flag stops here with 40 laps on these tires. Joe Mitchell finally gives up on Burnett. That is because he is coming down pit road. The 18 coming down pit road. Is he going to get a speeding penalty? It looks like he got it down just in time. So he will come down pit road. So will David Howard Jr. Seth Hatchell is up front. 1 second lead on Stephen Burnett. That leaves 7 cars on the lead lap with Joe Mitchell and David Howard Jr. down pit road. Stephen Burnett now down pit road. That'll give a second up to Jim Locking, Brian Neff, and then Curtin Davidson, Dash McLaughlin round out the top 5. Actually, Dash McLaughlin comes down pit road, so 4 cars remain out on the track. Seth Hatchell, Jim Locking, Brian Neff, and Kurt Davidson. And it does look like the leader, Seth Hatchell, coming down pit road now. That'll now give it the lead up to the 91 of Jim Locking. And the 18 of Joe Mitchell makes contact with the 09 of Keith Mayato. He's going to get off. And the 91 of Jim Locking is still stuck outside as he's going to have a lap car getting around him pretty quickly. And he's going to stay out another lap, lead another lap here tonight. It's like Seth Hatchell is off pit road in 5th. You see he's now starting to drop. Not sure what's going on with Hatchell. I think he's getting up to speed at the moment. Locking's still in front. Brian Neff right behind him. Locking once again going to get stuck to that high side. He's going to be forced to stay out one more lap. The 60 also staying out. Jim Locking, Brian Neff, Kurt Davidson have yet to pit. It looks like Jim Locking will be bringing around. Yes, he is bringing it down to pit road. This time, Brian Neff will get out and lead a lap. So Brian Neff is your new leader here tonight. As we're starting to make the pit cycles go through. 15 drivers on the lead lap. No, make that 12 drivers on the lead lap. Also to Justin Kern and Dash McLaughlin. Only remaining drivers who are lapped other than David Gainforth. Jim Locking is on pit road still. As it does look like Brian Neff will come around and lap Jim Locking. So here's the question. Can the 60 stretch it another 20 laps? He's coming around to get 21 to go. Can he stretch it 21 laps? With 43 lap old tires, he is currently 20 seconds ahead of Joe Mitchell. Kurt Davidson also out there as well. With 41 old lap tires. And it does look like the 60 is going to be coming down. As it looked like he was going to throttle down, but he is not. Brian F. still out there, 45 lap old tires. Joe Mitchell 17 seconds back from him, and Dash McLaughlin almost makes contact with him. Dash McLaughlin trying to get him. And so is Paul Zoda right behind him. Justin Kern trying to follow up. Chris Samard on a different strategy, it looks like. Got 27 laps on those tires. Burnett up into 4th. They are still 15 seconds back from Brian F. And actually, Joe Mitchell is 15. Stephen Burnett and Adam Baker 17 back. Still waiting for Brian F. to pit with 18 to go. And I think we might start seeing Brian F. into fuel conservation, as I think we're seeing him pop the clutch into the corners with now 17 to go. Hoping for a caution that'll maybe save him here. Kurt Davidson also looking for that. He has 45 laps on these tires, almost 46. He is only a couple seconds ahead of Joe Mitchell at the moment, who was 11 seconds back from Brian Neff. Laps led now for Brian Neff, as he's going to go to the high side. Going to come around for 15 to go. And we're seeing that 6-second gap still between him and Kurt Davidson, but it's 9 seconds back to Joe Mitchell, who is running almost 2 seconds better a lap right now. This time around will be 50 laps on these tires for Brian Neff. We are about to see a pass for second. Joe Mitchell on the back of Kurt Davidson. And will be Joe Mitchell to the high line making the pass on Kurt Davidson. So Kurt Davidson back to 3rd. Do we see him come down pit road now? No, we do not. He will stay out. Brian Neff, though, down pit road. So Joe Mitchell back to the lead as he gets his 112th lap led with just 13 to go. He's gonna, as Joe Mitchell getting around, I believe it was Brian Neff who's coming off pit road. He will be scored a lap down, but he's gonna have some fresher tires. I don't think he's got enough though to catch Joe Mitchell twice now, as we're coming to the 11 to go. Kurt Davidson's starting to fall as well. Not sure what happened to Paul Zota, but he is not showing on the track right now. Joe Mitchell is up front, 10 to go now. We are still showing Zota running on the track, just not showing up. I'm wondering if maybe we saw Paul Zota get throughput once again here tonight, and it does look like he is officially fallen out of the race. David Gainforth still on pit road. Looks like he will finish 16th. Paul Zota in 15th. 9 laps to go now for Joe Mitchell. Taking a look at the top 5 right now is Joe Mitchell up front, Stephen Burnett, who started 4th and 2nd, Seth Hatchell, who started 3rd, still remains in 3rd, David Howard Jr. from 20th to 4th, and Keith Mato, who started 5th, still remains 5th. Coming to 7 to go now for Joe Mitchell as he tries to make his way into the round of 12 here in the Lazy Days Cup Series. And make sure to hit the subscribe button because next week the Lazy Days Cup Series heads to round 2 short track racing at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. And you can make sure you'll see all the action live here on PBR Broadcasting, your home of the Lazy Days Cup Series. As Joe Mitchell comes around for 6 to go, 119 laps left for him here tonight. He still has a 1.8 second gap back to Stephen Burnett. And Burnett did run a faster lap, but only ran about 3/100ths faster than Joe Mitchell that time around. And you got to start to wonder, this is the time when we see Joe Mitchell start to fall off and Stephen Burnett start to pick up. But Burnett does have Seth Hatchell behind him. Might go watch his battle as we get to 5 to go, as it is not over for second yet. And we do have a caution, and that will end the race here tonight. It does look like Justin Kern was involved. This Kern is way down on power. That will end the race here tonight. And it looks like the 91 of Jim Locking turned the 2 of Justin Kern. And Jim Locking has taken his car behind the wall. We'll take a look here once again. And straight up drove through 2 of Justin Kern. Not sure what happened to the 91 of Jim Locking afterwards. Oh, and he actually had throughput. Take one more look at that as the 2 nowhere to go, is kind of helpless there for the moment, but he will finish this race out on the lead lap. Or no, it will not give him the waiver out, so he will actually get passed by Brian Neff, who will finish 13th. Justin Kern will finish 14th. I know, Brian Neff will move up to 12th. Justin Kern will move up to 13th due to Jim Locking throughput. So Burnett able to hold on to that second position here tonight. But it would be Joe Mitchell finally breaking through, finally getting that win he needed here in the chase. We're going to actually step away for a quick break. We'll be back right after this. Taking a quick look here right now as Joe Mitchell's going to come around for the 2 to go. Joe Mitchell's wins this year. Let's see. He won the Charlotte 400. Has 400 laps at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Won that race this year. And that looks like that is it for Joe. Or no, he won Kentucky as well. So Joe definitely he wins this season. Has had a couple where he's had a shot at getting a win, only to run into some issues with his car late in the race. So great to see Joe finally punch through. He will finish tonight with 155 laps led. Great job by the 18 of Joe Mitchell. We have Kurt Davidson possibly in the booth. Let's see if we can get a word in with Kurt as he's back in 13th. He's on pit road. Kurt Davidson, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Kind of walk us through what happened to you, man. I saw you stick out there for a long time, hoping that caution would come out and put yourself up towards the front, but fortunately it came out a little bit too late for you. Walk us through what happened.
Well, I decided to top off on the caution before that. I had to stretch like 9-10 laps. And honestly, I made it to about 8 laps. And I was going to run out. I was about to pit the next lap, and this caution come out. So I turned the car off. And I was in 4th gear, kept turning the car on to go. And I ended up putting it into, I put it into 2nd. And when I let out on the clutch, it hooked it hard right into the wall. So, simple mistake. I should have finished 9th, but I didn't.
That's definitely a tough break, especially here in the chase. But next week, you guys head back to New Hampshire. You think you can get it done?
Sorry, Steven, I didn't hear you. Everybody else was talking.
All right, well, we're actually getting ready to get to the end of the race here, so we'll let you go. But good luck next week out at New Hampshire.
All right, 10-4, thank you.
That was Curtin Davidson, who's going to finish his 9th and 13th. And we're watching Joe Mitchell come around to get the checker flag here tonight. Coming around 3 and 4. Onto the front stretch he goes. And Joe Mitchell will be your winner here tonight for the CS Hobbies 145 at Chicagoland first round. And the 18 into the round of 12. We'll be back right after this. All right, and we will get right to the race winner here tonight, Joe Mitchell. Joe Mitchell, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, we kind of talked about it during the race here tonight. We saw you so many times this year, lead so many laps, only to have let's say a car issue late in the race. You know, either the wall would creep up on you, but tonight you weren't going to let that happen. 125 laps led for you here tonight. How does it feel?
Oh, man. I can't even tell you how happy I am right now. It feels awesome just to make it into the cup chase and knock a win out right away. Man, I don't even know. I'm sweating right now. I feel like I'm going to have a heart attack.
Now, does this change your approach to the next 2 weeks out at New Hampshire and Dover?
I don't know. I feel like I want to win every week, I want to win every race I enter. So, I mean, being on a team, you try to help your guys as much as possible, but at the end of the day, we all have to do what we have to do for ourselves and to go win a championship. So I don't know that it really changes my outlook. I think I'm still going to run just as hard, go try to win races and keep the pressure on.
Now, walk us through kind of that last big green flag run you guys had where you were going to have to take a green flag stop. Kind of walk us through what was going through your mind leading up to that stop and then leading up to when that caution came out with 5 to go.
Well, the caution previous, which kind of set up that whole last green flag pit stop deal, we were talking and didn't really know what to do. I don't know. I feel like every time I try to plan something out, I get beat by my teammates. So it's stressful to sit and talk with the guys that you're trying to compete against. And yeah, I made kind of a late decision. I was trying to let Stephen Burnett get by. I wanted to at least have a lap on those guys coming into the pits. I was giving up so much on the long run that I needed that extra lap or two just to get some breathing room, because after 20 or 25 laps, those guys would be eating me up. So I needed that extra space, and I'm glad I got it. Glad it worked out the way it did. And the biggest sigh of relief when the caution came out at the end, but also there's some nerves there because I got booted with a 1 to go earlier in the year and kind of had a win taken away from me like that. And that's all I was thinking about on the white flag lap. I'm like, don't get booted, please.
Well, you get the win here tonight. Don't have to worry about getting booted. You start on the pole. You lead 125 laps. You get that win, and you get the win over all of your MB Motorsport teammates. Who would you like to thank tonight?
I'd like to thank you, Stephen, at PBR Broadcasting, letting everyone see these races, and Paul, Aaron, Jeff, all the admins here at SoMO. This is an awesome place to run. All the guys here, there was so much room given tonight, but we were racing extremely hard, and I'm happy that we were all able to step it up at the end of the year and to race that way. I mean, that's how it should be done all year long. And I appreciate all the guys racing, all our sponsors. I'm not going to name them all, but we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for them. So we appreciate everything they're doing. I thank my teammates, Seth, Adam, Ryan, Shane, all the guys at MB Motorsports. And last, I got to thank my wife and son for letting me take the time out to do this.
Well, congrats on your win here tonight. Go ahead and celebrate because you are into the round of 12. Got 2 more weeks until then, though, so you can definitely make a splash in the chase race here this year. So congrats once again, and we hope to see you next week when you guys go to New Hampshire.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, and we'll see you there.
That was Joe Mitchell, your winner here tonight, who will move into the round of 12. We'll go to second place now. Stephen Burnett. Stephen Burnett, you got a copy?
I got you, bud.
Well, it was definitely a battle down to the end between you and Seth Hatchell. Caution came out on lap 5. What was going through your mind?
I knew I wasn't going to be able to catch Joe. Joe had a fast car tonight, and once I got back around on the last pit stop, and I just knew I was going to have to keep Seth behind me, and that last caution came out, kind of helped. I don't know if I'd have been able to keep him behind me with those last 5 laps.
Now, we actually saw you and Hatchell catching Joe a lot on those late runs. Were you guys maybe saving your tires for the end of those runs?
Yeah, I was trying to. It's hard whenever you got a fast guy like Joe out front and you're trying to stay up with him, and you don't want to burn your tires off. I kind of did that at the first part of the run, and just try to back my corners up, hoping for that long run so we could catch them and try something there at the end. But all in all, it was a good, clean, fun race.
Well, you do get a second place finish, a great start to your chase your playoffs, I guess, this year. Next week, you guys do head to New Hampshire. You got anything for these guys?
I hope so, as long as I don't screw up like I did in the first run at New Hampshire. I've always liked New Hampshire, the way the track is, and I mean it's kind of a one groove track, but restarts is kind of the key for position there.
You know what? I just thought when you said that, we seen you mess up at one track earlier in the season, come back and win it. So it'll be interesting to see if you can do the same thing again next week. But for now, you start fourth. You come away with a second place finish. Who would you like to give a shout out to?
Got to thank Viter Energy, the Weekly Racer, Jegs, Nightfire, Tactical, Keen Parts, and Corvette Parts.
Well, congrats on your second place finish, and congrats on your great start to the chase this season. Hope to see you next week out at New Hampshire.
Yes, sir. Thank you, bud.
That was Stephen Burnett. As we aren't going to find his team here, we'll just drop him down there. Now we'll head on to Seth Hatchell, who was our third place finisher. Seth Hatchell, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, Joe Mitchell, Stephen Burnett, and you all battled down to the end. Kind of tell us what was going through your mind throughout the race tonight.
Yeah, it was a really fun race. The way iRacing has made these tracks rubber in, it was fantastic. Everybody was running different lines. I don't know. I had done a lot of practice earlier this week, and I knew the long runs were going to be important. And I think I had every beat on the long runs, except for maybe Keith on the first part of the race. I don't know if he got on the wall or something. But I think Joe was just too quick at the start of the run and the end of the run. I didn't have anything for him then. So not sure what happened on that last pit stop. I know I came out quite a ways behind him, and I know some guy got in me, tore up the right front. But besides that, pretty decent race.
Now, you do have a good finish and a good start to your chase this season. We did see you win the regular season championship, but it all comes down to the chase now. Next week, you guys head to New Hampshire. What do you got for these guys?
I think I ought to be pretty good. I won the fall race last year and won the the fall race. Yeah, the spring race this year as well. So, New Hampshire is more a track you just kind of have to survive. I know it's pretty sketchy out here tonight, but you just got to be around at the end.
Well, you start third tonight. You come in with a third place finish. You lead 6 laps. Who would you like to give a shout out to?
Got to thank you, Stephen, with PBR. You guys do an awesome job. Got to thank Paul, all the racers in this league, all the admins, all the sponsors, and got to thank my teammates in MB Motorsports. We've been pretty quick these last couple of weeks. It's been nice.
Well, congrats on your third place finish, and congrats on the start to your chase season this year. We hope to see you next week out at New Hampshire.
Sounds good. Thank you.
And that was Seth Hatchell finishing third here tonight. We'll go ahead and take a look at tonight's results. It will be Joe Mitchell coming away with the win tonight. Stephen Burnett will finish second. Seth Hatchell would finish third. David Howard Jr. from 20th to 4th tonight. Keith Mayato would finish 5th. Adam Baker would finish 6th tonight. Luke Bay Gonzalez in 7th. Aaron Riley in 8th. Dash McLaughlin battled all night for a ninth place position. Chris Samard will round out your top 10. Brian Neff will finish 11th tonight. Justin Kern in 12th. Kurt Davidson in 13th. Jim Locking in 14th. Paul Zota would finish 15th tonight. David Gain 4th and 16th. Jeff Glockner would finish 17th. Lynn McNeeson 18th. Travis Wall 19th. Shane Papala 20th. And rounding out your field, Joe Owen in 21st and Paul Buzz Cohen in 22nd. And with that, I'd like to thank the many sponsors that support Southern Motorsports, including iRacing World, O2 Dermalief, Cindy's Finds, Portside Jaguar and Land Rover, Joe Owen Towing, Amy's Jewel Sense, Hardy's CS Hobby, BZ Designs, and Lazy Days Racing. Thank you to the admins of SoMO, including Paul Zota, Aaron Riley, Jeff Glockner, and Joe Mitchell, for allowing Parks Brothers Broadcasting to bring you the race here tonight. Thanks to everyone at home, and make sure to hit the subscribe button because next week, Lazy Days Racing, the Lazy Days Racing Cup Series, heads back to short track racing in the Chase, New Hampshire Motor Speedway. You can catch all the action live here on PBR Broadcasting. And until next time, race clean, race hard, and we'll see you on the track.